It looks like Sony could be about to lose a big exclusive, and this would be definitely a huge blow to the exclusive lineup on the PlayStation 5, and I think that it would make Xbox fans incredibly happy. In fact, I would definitely double dip and play this game on Xbox as well. I actually wouldn't mind it at all. It's one of the greatest games ever, and I think I would definitely see a lot of people showing their excitement for this. We're already seeing a lot of people kind of talk about it, so I do want to get into it. I just want everybody to keep in mind that still, until this actually happens, it's just a rumor, so keep expectations in check and understand and take everything with a grain of salt. Now, yeah, Xbox fans maybe had to wait a little while for this, but still, it would be worth the wait if this does indeed turn out to be true. And you know what? Hey, it's definitely worth getting excited about. So it looks like Final Fantasy VII Remake could finally be making its way over to the Xbox ecosystem. Obviously, we've been waiting a long time to see the game finally make its way to Xbox. Fans are jumping on any kind of morsel of hope that they possibly can, and what's happening at the moment thanks to PlayStation Store listing. It's been suggested by a few people that the game is no longer showing in a list of PlayStation console exclusives on the PlayStation Store, leading to speculation that it could be coming to Xbox in the not-so-distant future. According to this, it's been spotted that Final Fantasy VII Remake is no longer listed as a console exclusive or in the console exclusive section. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate will have been out for 1 year on June 10th. Xbox Bethesda Showcase takes place June 12th. It really starts to get you thinking a little bit. Obviously, I think most people are expecting Final Fantasy VII Remake to end up on Xbox eventually, so it's just a matter of how long it's going to take. Interestingly, it'll be well over 2 years since it first debuted on PS4, so it's probably about time. There was a rumor that it was a 1-year exclusive deal that Sony had signed on for, and then extended that when it came to the PlayStation 5. So, I do think that it's going to be very interesting to see how that all kind of works out and exactly what the fans do in reaction to this. My guess is if it does come to Xbox, it'll probably drop right into Game Pass, which I think will land it even a bigger audience, and I think that's an exciting thing and an exciting prospect as well. Just for the simple fact that, guess what? It just makes sense. Let's get these things rolling. Let's get things kind of worked out to where, Xbox players can play this game. It is largely looked at as one of the best games of all time. And not only is it largely looked at as one of the best games of all time, but it's a game that is completely different even than the original. Now, listen, I never played the original, and I've never really even played, that game before. The first time I played it, honestly, was through PlayStation when it came out, and people were saying that it was completely different, the way that the combat was and stuff like that. I liked it because, unlike so many new games and even the newer Final Fantasies, it's not like an open world game. It's more of a linear kind of game, and I really think I prefer that compared to the open world games. I tend to lose things incredibly quick when it comes to just the way my mind works, right? So honestly, I tend to lose it pretty quick when it comes to open world games, right? That's why I could never get into GTA, right? I'm sure GTA games are great. I've played GTA. I played GTA 4 for a long time. I played GTA 5. I got far into the game, and then I just gave up on it. It's just like there's so much to do. Whereas conversely, like easier stuff, like people go, but you love the Mafia games. Yeah, the Mafia games were really point A to point B, complete a story. It wasn't like as open-ended. And I think probably the achievement system, was finally doing something right for everybody, So, yeah, I think I like getting those achievements when you're at a certain point in a game. And, I'm excited to see what happens here. So this could be definitely happening sooner rather than later. And the best part is we don't have to wait very long to find out, because Microsoft's show is very shortly. But hey, guess what? If you're an Xbox fan, this isn't the only potential good news that's going to happen, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Xbox recently got an update, and I feel like this is an update worthwhile talking about. It's a little, kind of quality of life service, and I think, is going to be, one of the things that people use, especially if you like achievements. But anyway, it actually adds a new achievement feature. So the next monthly update for Xbox consoles add a new feature centered around achievements that will allow players to spoil the unlock requirements of secret achievements if they choose to do so. This will make it so players won't have to look to third-party sources if they want to round out all the achievements for a particular game, but aren't sure how to do so, though it's also an optional feature, which means those who prefer an extra challenge can still have that as well. Boy, I love options, man. Microsoft is really good at giving those, aren't they? Think about that for a second. Man, the feature is the main attraction of the June update, with any other changes included in it beyond improvements, the speed up and reliability of detecting available updates. Secret achievements by design are quite secret indeed, which means you won't know how to unlock one until you've actually earned it. They're often used to obscure spoilers for the game's story and will be unlocked through normal progression as you make your way through a game, but sometimes they are actually just secrets that can be more of a hassle to earn. If that's the case, people typically look to different sites and social media platforms to learn what these achievements are so that they can achieve 100% completion in the game. While that'll probably still happen as people look for guides and better explanations on how to earn certain achievements, you'll soon be able to reveal the details themselves of these secret achievements without leaving your console. So this is really cool stuff anyway. If you don't mind spoilers and want a hint on any of the achievements in the games that you're playing, it's easy to find the secret achievement details on your Xbox. The achievement and the announcements about June's Xbox update said, from within the game, open the guide, go to game activity achievements. When you see an achievement, a secret one, you can now reveal the details like the title, achievement description, and gamer score. And after you peek, you can go back and hide it or continue to display the details. So they didn't specify the release date for this update, but said it'll be available starting in June, so expect it to be updated rather quickly. Now this is cool news. Listen, I'm not one of those people that 100% games, right? I know there's a lot of people out there that really like to do that, but for me personally, I don't really care about it. But it is cool to be able to do that for certain achievements. Like I will scroll through there and see, sometimes before I even play a game, I'll try to scroll through the achievements and see exactly, what can happen and exactly what's kind of going on, and how I can kind of come about, getting that achievements, or I like to get, while I'm not 100%er when it comes to achievements, I do like to get, between at least 4, maybe 500 gamer score per big AAA game. So if it's a game that I can do that, all the better. If I could do that just by playing through it, even better than that. So that's always been a big deal of mine as well. Sort of like back in the day when I was younger and CDs were all the rage, and this was before you could stream everything and all that kind of stuff, and I would buy probably a CD a week when I got paid, maybe 2, and but my rule of thumb was only buy a CD if you knew you liked more than 3 songs, because otherwise it kind of became a little bit of a waste. So yeah, it's one of those things that you kind of have a rule. Like I like to make sure that I can get a good amount of achievements. Like earlier I was speaking about GTA. One of the reasons why GTA kind of drags for me, aside from it being open world, is the achievements are kind of sparse to come by. Same thing with like The Witcher 3. I can remember those were incredibly difficult to kind of come by, and so yeah, I kind of avoided those type of games. Like same thing with like some fighting games. They completely have an achievement system that is like ridiculous, like do 1 million backflips and spill 1 million gallons of blood with each player on a Tuesday. And for me, it's just like, man, I'm out. I'm not going to spend time doing that. And actually, believe it or not, even though achievements aren't everything, I've not bought games before based on the difficulty of getting the achievements. Like I'm like, well, if I can't even get this amount from it. But conversely, I played through Red Dead Redemption 2, thought it was amazing, and I think I got 150 gamer score from it, from like 75 hours of playing or 100 hours of playing or whatever it was. So I don't know, I guess it kind of depends. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it. It helps the video to be seen and the channel to grow. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Crap gamer out.